So,
And just like
Slim is not joining us today, so I'm gonna be the one taking his role. As you can see, I'm just trying to sound sexy, and this is just a
what are you supposed to be?
combination of,
Psych, I'm here, dude. What are you talking about? I'm here, man.
Yeah, that's Prayer Soul in his element.
Prayer is starting.
As long as I'm alive, I'ma make a plan. The motherland, the African man. Long as I'm alive, I'ma make a plan. Strongholds to break, got long walks to take. Got no votes to make, we don't bet, we pray. Hey, African man, yeah. African man, yeah.
Oh,
Prayer
welcome,
started.
gents. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our 4th episode of the African Male Iris. Hey,
Yes,
episode
sir.
4,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Episode
we're
Pushing,
doing.
We're pushing.
Yeah.
And today is, I don't know if it's going to be controversial or what.
We
It's
love
a topic
controversy.
of what African men want. I would like to believe we're not difficult creatures, are we?
Yeah,
We're not, eh?
yeah.
No, not at all, man.
I think
Not at
our
all.
list is very short.
It's very short and
It's just
sweet.
deep.
eh?
It's just deep, but it's
very short.
it's
right?
Yeah.
short. Yeah.
So we did.
I only knew
provide-
3
yeah?
things before we listed these things. down.
What were your 3 things?
No, I can't say.
No, all right.
Wait, so 3 things on the list.
But we have listed a few things.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
we're gonna talk around them.
Right.
And I think each point is gonna trigger something in our minds that we want to elaborate on. Right.
Oh yeah.
And the first one, I always have that. Sorry.
You wanna introduce us, bro? Oh, you're just diving in.
Introductions. Wow.
No.
He's like, nope.
DJ Tino.
What's up, everybody? It's Slim, the orchestrator.
I knew it. Slim was planning something. I knew it. He was orchestrating something.
100%.
Right. My name is Prayer Soul.
All right. You know, I think I'm just so much into this now that intros are falling away from me. So.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no. If you remember this recording that I'm sure you guys have come across it, this guy goes, "I don't want peace. I want problems. Always."
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's the first thing men want. Men want peace.
100%.
There's
Indeed,
nothing
bro.
more I want than just to get home and my home being my peace, my
True.
family being my peace. You know, you want to get home and just be like, yes, finally. And that has to be your peace.
Because you've been fighting battles ever since you left home, bro.
100%.
Yeah.
And you're fighting battles for families.
Yeah.
So if your family is your peace, it motivates you
Yeah.
That's
to
true.
go out there and work hard and just
That
bring
is
home,
true, man.
bring it home.
That is true,
Yeah,
man.
man.
That is
Yeah,
true.
Uh,
I guess if you find peace at home, you also are naturally going to gravitate towards wanting gratitude
yes.
as well from home, right?
Yeah.
You've been sweating your butt off the whole day trying to make sure that the family eats. When you get home, you just want peace and you want them to be grateful for it, right?
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
it's important to put in the work to make home your place of peace.
Peace, oh yes.
Because if you don't, then you're going to end up finding a side piece.
yeah, prayer with the bars.
I just thought of that and I was like, yes.
Do not mind this individual.
No, but
bars.
I mean, on a more serious
I
note,
hear you.
I think you can't just assume that it's going to be a place
Yeah.
of peace.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bit of work you're going to have
No,
to
that's
put
very
in
true.
there where you explain to your partner that, this is what I like, and I love it when you say this, and I love it when you do this, I love it when you cook for me and whatever. And so when your partner knows that, they know how to create an environment that you love to go home to.
Yeah.
And it goes, vice versa,
Yeah.
where you're sharing this place with your wife. So it also has to be a place of peace for her.
Peace for her as well.
But it also has, it might be maybe not so much the peace, but maybe safety. where she feels like she knows she's loved and she knows that she's taken care of, and you need to also create that, make that a place, make that kind of environment for her as well.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a true place of peace for both of you.
Oh yes, indeed.
One
Yeah.
thing is gratitude, right? Just my wife told me the other day actually, and it always makes me feel like I need to do more. Just say we had a date night with my wife on Friday, and she just told me like, I appreciate what you do for us, and we're now at a place where we're stable. We are, financially we're stable. We're able to do what we want to do and stuff. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate it. That goes
bro,
a long way.
That is amazing, bro. Like that.
It's
Those are the moments that
Yeah,
you live for, and
exactly.
and for me, I mean, like that is I think it's one of my love languages. Like after touch.
Okay. Hey.
I'm
Prayer.
just being honest. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Like for me, that is definitely like it's a big deal because for you to achieve success, there's a lot of work that goes in there, and you don't want to be like a crybaby. So you're not gonna say, "Oh, this is what's going on now at work," and then now this is what's going on now, and then you're not always gonna report every bad thing or every challenge that comes up with work. You're gonna try and fight it. So it's really engraved into the piece as well, because you will just work your butt off, and then if someone actually notices it and gives gratitude, it's always like the best thing.
Gratitude
It's
is the
feeling.
best motivation.
100%.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
100%.
Because you're doing it for them.
Yeah.
If they return with gratitude, it just makes
That's
you want
what
to
you need.
work
True,
even more,
true,
provide.
true.
Respect.
You respect is the one, guys.
Respect is so.
Like
What do you think about the phrase that says that respect is not requested for, it's earned?
It's earned.
It is definitely earned.
Yeah.
It is definitely earned, and it almost ranks close to number one for men, for most men, where you want your woman to respect you. And I think if you want to have the balls to say it to your partner, then you also must have the balls to be able to earn it.
Yeah.
Like you have to really show that you deserve that kind of respect.
kind of
And I think that then becomes something that you have to sit down and agree on, and work out with your partner what it is that you see as respect, and what she requires to be able to give that kind of respect. Yeah. But that's a big one.
Okay.
That's a big one.
And I think from a male perspective, respect means a man being a leader. You don't necessarily want something dictated to you. Something can come in the form of suggestions. It's and women have a good way of doing that.
I hear you.
Not
You're-
all of them.
You're asking women to be very witty.
That's how we would prefer, I
Yes.
think, to be told something. When a woman comes to you and says, "Don't you think if we do it this way, it will get a better result or a better outcome?" Or she poses questions to you that make you think, okay, actually didn't think about it that way. I think you're right. Just the way they bring suggestions or new ideas to you, it has to be in that form of being
And I
suggesting,
think
not
that's
dictating. per
That's
se.
always
Gotcha.
that's always a big issue
Yeah.
with the relationship dynamic, because I think it has to do a lot with the tone
Yes.
and the tact, because a woman could say, "Yeah, you've been trying to do that your way and it's not working. You should do it this way. You should try my way." She could say that, or she could say, "Have you ever thought about
this, or
that
taking
already?
this
That's
approach.
you're communicating the same thing, but your tone is just different, and it's not so like aggressive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And I
it's-
think
it's
that-
respective.
Yeah, exactly.
It's feminine.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that's that's a very important thing. Yeah,
That sounds good. We got sex.
dude.
Where men need sex.
Can I be
That's
honest,
no,
bro? When I
Yes.
said the three things that I think men need, I
was one of them.
I was being very honest.
Let me guess.
Peace,
Uh-huh.
sex,
Mm-hmm.
and food.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
Then we're taking
Those are the three basics.
all these other things. I don't know what
they
you guys
fall
are
under
going on
those.
about.
No, they fall under those. They fall
Those
under
are the
those.
umbrella.
But what's interesting to me is when we list what women want, like sex is never really like at the top. I think maybe that's because there's something else that sex gives us as men. Like I feel like
It's I have conquered. Think about it this way, bro.
right.
Every time you're with your woman, and then you're like doing your
You
thing,
notice, this is like the second episode with Snoop.
and you're doing your thing, trying to work her up so that she can
Yeah,
give it to you.
yeah,
That's like a bit of some work, isn't it?
yeah.
And then when you
It's like
finally,
it's like
do
the
get
hunt.
it-
Yeah,
exactly. When
Yeah.
you finally
The
do
hunt,
get it
yeah.
afterwards, there's that satisfaction
satisfaction.
of
yes,
yes, I've conquered.
yeah.
So that's why that's why it's different. That's why we perceive sex differently from
Yeah.
women.
And
I also
Mhm.
think it's because we use sometimes sex is also like a stress reliever more
True.
for men than it is for women,
True.
because I think it's almost like less emotional for men than it is for
Than
women.
it is for women.
And so we can compartmentalize.
Yes.
You know, like if your woman just walks in naked, like
already
you
you're
could
there.
go, you're ready.
You're good
Yeah,
to
you know?
with the guy, whether you're angry, whether you're sad, whether you're happy, whether you can go. But with a
Exactly.
woman, if she's mad at you, she can't do it.
Yeah, or if she's stressed out about
if she's
something
stressed
and
out about something,
it's weighing on her mind the
it's
whole
not
day,
going to be there.
And
then
that
it's-
comes back to what we're
For us
saying.
guys, a
that,
boner comes.
it's on. It's
So that
on.
comes back to what you were saying, that for women, sex is not on top of the list. But if what she has put on the list is met, she
Then it
gives
She
becomes,
gives
yeah,
it,
she
yeah.
just gives it.
Yeah.
naturally.
You don't even
Yeah.
have to ask for it.
Exactly.
Because
Mm.
from what I've learned in recent years, women actually enjoy it more than we do.
I think so too.
Yeah,
No,
women
true.
actually enjoy
Yeah,
it.
Well,
more
I
than
mean,
we
I'm
do.
sure they enjoy it more than
Because
we
if
do
you think
because it
about-
happens inside them.
Okay.
Moving along.
You as the boss today.
No, I'm being honest. Like, think about
You
it.
as the boss.
Yeah, think about it. Like, I feel
For
like,
example,
yeah, and they
I'll-
have a lot
I'll try
going
and
on.
use- yeah,
they have
yes,
a lot
I'll try
going
and
on,
use
right? Like they've got more touch points and stuff.
Scientific evidence. Yes,
Yeah.
it's the
Oh,
touch
okay.
points,
Yes.
and then to the length of orgasm.
All right.
For a man, it's just
Yeah.
you're in, and
Yeah,
then you're good,
and
right?
you're good.
But for a woman,
Yeah.
It can
from
go.
the time, yes,
Yeah.
from the time it takes to her getting turned on to her actually having that orgasm. Even the orgasm itself lasts far much longer than.
It sounds like
A
Slim
male.
needs a new segment. All right, but okay. So, what men want? I think a woman. We mentioned this in the red flags. I think a woman who can cook. That's attractive to men.
Yeah.
If a woman can cook, a woman that keeps herself looking good and sexy and nice,
Clean.
clean.
Yeah.
You know, if she's being intentional about looking good all the time.
And it also goes both ways, bro.
No,
Because
100%.
men generally
Yeah.
we slack.
Yes.
Like there's a time where you just like let
Yeah.
yourself go,
Yeah. Yeah.
and but you still expect your woman to look good, which
be-
is
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
doesn't
So,
make sense. You know?
What do you think about being cultural? Just being in touch with your culture and your background.
I mean, I think that's less general in comparison to the other traits. I think that's more specific to the preference of the guy. You know, because there's some
But-
guys who are very cultural.
But
they
I guess
really
it
wanna.
depends. It depends what you're deeming as culture.
Yeah.
Like if,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, when you mention culture, right, I see it more as it's something that helps with understanding each other's needs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
We're like African men.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's some bit of culture, or we drift towards some kind of or we expect a woman to behave in a certain way.
Yes.
Because we've grown up in that environment, we've become accustomed to it. So if a woman gravitates towards that direction, it helps her with understanding your needs much better. So
Yeah.
when you say cultural, I think that's how I actually see it.
That's actually point on.
Yeah, and I think that
Yeah.
sort of trickles back into respect.
Actually,
Nah, he's trying to hustle us. Trying to hustle us. No, I think it trickles back into the respect element, where men also want a woman who knows how to act.
yeah.
You know, you want a woman who knows how to read the room.
Yeah.
Where, you know, she's not gonna be like overly flirtatious when, let's say, your boys come over and she's there, and then she's just overly friendly with you know, with the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now you have to like caution
And
her,
it was-
and
yeah,
then every now and then she does that, or maybe it's like she gets a lot of attention from guys. So now every time there's guys, she acts
It's
a
just-
certain way. Like you
yeah,
can't really.
yeah.
Sometimes you can't even pinpoint.
Yeah.
And I think that also goes to respect,
Mm.
where sometimes a guy also might not be able to exactly say that you kind of act too
yeah, you're being too
fresh.
friendly.
Yeah, you're being
Yeah.
too friendly.
Being too friendly.
You know, and
Roger.
because every time you say that sort of thing, there's always a danger like, you're just insecure or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe that's what she tells the girls, like, he's insecure because then, you know, for whatever reason or however it's put across. But I think that's a really important thing for guys. Like,
It is.
Doesn't that fit into the whole thing of being not culture but being cultured?
Yeah.
Right?
yes.
You want to be able to take your woman outside,
Oh yes.
right? And
yes.
knowing that she's going to
she's going to behave in a certain way.
Yes.
You don't
You know,
have to
right.
give
Yeah.
her guidelines.
Yeah.
True.
And look at fitness, health and fitness. How important is it for men in general to have a woman that is mindful of health and fitness?
You know what? I'll say. I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for saying this, but women have a lot of competition in men's minds. What do I mean? I simply mean that when a man is outside, or what he's exposed to on the TV, on the phones and all of that, especially nowadays with the way that women are so open about their sexuality and open about, you know, we get exposed to a lot of
Digital content creators.
yeah. You see where I'm coming from. So as a man, naturally you're going to think, but why can't my woman be, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess that's where.
But it's also something to note if it's actually a red flag for you as a man. That's something you have to note earlier and make known that that's one of the traits that you look into, right?
Oh yeah,
Health
yeah.
and fitness.
Yeah.
It helps if she was already
On that
in
journey.
the gym and stuff
Uh-huh.
before you were married. That you know, even after you get married, yes, you're gonna have children, but thereafter, you know that she's gonna get back into that program and get back
Yeah.
to fitness. So
Yeah, and I think-
it comes back to that. Yeah,
I think it's a trick. It's just a trickier point in how you say it to your woman,
yeah.
because I feel like it's I mean, women give birth to kids and their bodies change, and then
Yeah.
we don't have to do anything. Like
Before
we
even
just
giving
need to
birth,
come.
do you know that on average, from the time a woman hits adolescence and to the time she gets to her late 30s, her body weight fluctuates. Well, I don't have the exact numbers, but her body weight is like this.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
of changing hormones. There's so
Yeah,
many things
exactly.
that are going on.
So it's almost
So-
like you have to be able to say it in a way that's encouraging.
Yes.
Because I've seen like a lot of those, you know, those Instagram videos where this guy is with his girl and the girl's big.
Yeah.
or she's like outright fat,
Yeah.
Don't say
obese,
that,
or
bro.
whatever. No, it's come on. We've all seen it on Instagram, bro.
Sorry.
Slim is trying to cancel me. and then you see their fitness journey together. Like you
Okay.
see
Oh, yes.
how they then started. He was supportive of her, and then she started going to the gym, and then she lost weight, and then now she's like snatched, and and then they shared as a
Get you.
success story.
Get you.
And I feel like that's very commendable because it means that he made her comfortable to say, yeah, we can do this together.
Yeah, we
Like
can
if
do
you
it.
want to do something about it, we can go to the gym together. We can definitely
Yeah.
do this together. Now, and then you're constantly encouraging her and all of that. And I don't feel like it's changing someone, but I feel like it's just being able to understand the needs, because the other thing that people don't acknowledge a lot is the fact that as an individual in a relationship, you can actually change.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can change and
can
want
change.
something that you've never wanted
never
before.
wanted, yeah.
So you could say,
'Cause of
I
the
really
influence
want
from
to,
your
I
partner.
really want to feel confident with my body.
Mm.
But maybe all these years you were fine with your body, and maybe your partner was fine with your body, but then you just sort of work it
Yeah.
together. So I think that's very
Yeah.
important.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely, guys like women that look good.
Okay. Men want women.
On the
that,
contrary, there's some that
yeah.
also like
Sorry.
the cushion for the pushing. So
Yes, there's some guys
You
who
know.
just like more
Yeah.
cushion for the push.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And we like women that have friends, their
Okay.
own hobbies.
Okay.
You know,
Like you
and
did mention about having individual lives.
individual lives.
Mm.
So we want our women to also have their lives, their friends, their hobbies,
Right.
so that you can still exercise your life, your friends, and your hobbies. I think for men, that's something that I've noticed for men that
It comes naturally.
we do
to
want
men,
to
right?
maintain
Uh-huh.
our friendships. We want to maintain the hobbies that we had before
Uh-huh.
a marriage and into the marriage. If you're a golfer, if you used to go for basketball
yeah.
weekends, you still want to do that with the boys. You still want to go out for drinks. So it's all equally as important for our women to have the same as well, so that
Yeah.
individualism is still.
And I think
Yeah.
and I think it should be more specific to you want your woman to not just need you only.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you have to have
You have to be absent at certain
at some
times.
point, like at some point I want to be able to just do what I do. And it's not always a case of every time I do something you're like, when are you coming home? I miss you.
Exactly.
I'm thinking about you. I'm
Exactly.
so bored. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
you want to be able to be free to actually just take a day out to go and
Do your
visit
own
someone
thing.
and then
Yeah.
go and play a sport and then go and hang with the boys and then yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I think
What else?
Sometimes this happens to men where a man's mistakes are magnified, right? Where the one mistake kind of overshadows all the good that you do as a man. Like there's so much emphasis on a mistake.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And also that one mistake snowballs into so many other, you know. they
But
start
I mean,
bringing
if
up-
it's a would it be a once-off mistake or is it like a constant mistake? That's
Yeah, of course,
happened
of course.
before?
Now that's debatable, but if it's something that is once off, you'd expect that. Okay, someone just tells you, okay, this happened and I didn't like it very much, and yeah. But then it can be like a 10, 15-minute conversation of she didn't like it and why she didn't like it and how, like there's so much emphasis onto that one mistake, and it kind of to us it's like, okay, I heard you the first minute that you explained this.
but now we're 30 minutes into
Yeah,
it.
no,
and-
we're 30 minutes into it, and I'm you're still going over this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I get
But
you.
I guess it comes from that venting thing, but it's
It can be
for
it can be a lot.
Yeah, as a man, when your mistakes are magnified like that, it really puts you down. I think
Yeah.
it really puts you down.
I think it
Totally
just needs to
agree.
be handled with that tone thing that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Where if it's something that really bugs you, we talk about it. But if it's something that you keep bringing up,
Yes.
then we have to talk about the fact that you keep bringing
bringing
it
it
up,
up,
because
yeah.
then it doesn't mean that you also can't find fault, because no one's perfect. So it's not like I can't then find fault and then start bringing up the thing that you also did, and then just keep bringing it up. You know, but it's also a case of we need to have some kind of balance, and I guess it's really entangled with that other issue of if your partner has their own life,
Yeah.
they can have a safe space where they can freely vent about you to somebody else. And if they really don't have that safe space, then they're always going to vent about you to you.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
yes, I
that's,
get
you know,
that.
changes the dynamic.
get
So
that,
that's why
yeah.
that separate individuality
In
needs to be
lives,
there in
yeah.
a relationship where I can just, you know, complain, and then I think something is a big issue, so I come and talk to you guys about it, and then both of you have the same problems with your partner, and you're like, nah, yeah, that's, you know, it happens.
Yeah.
We usually do this, or we usually do that. Then it sort of demystifies it, and it doesn't make it as big of an issue, because you just realize everybody's got a version of that, and they deal with it like this, or they deal with it like that. Then you kind of also don't put it on a pedestal, but you can actually find ways to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. So those were basically the what men want in marriage. But we'll also try get into dating and relationships.
Yeah, that's my partner.
exactly.
Because I couldn't actually like.
I was
give my
hoping
2
Slim would
cents.
say that. So maybe some aspects we've already mentioned it earlier,
Yeah.
like, you know, initial attraction. You're looking at that feminine energy, right? It's what we gravitate towards. We're masculine. You want feminine energy, right?
Yeah.
So initially, is a woman approachable? You know, is she giving you that vibe that men look for in terms of?
Yeah, maybe we need to like define the feminine energy that we want.
Friendly?
Slim, maybe you can, since this is now the dating.
Oh yeah.
This is now the dating section. Like,
Well-
what does feminine energy look like?
Well, for me, it's really around, or it's really, in a nutshell, are you allowing me and giving me the space to be a man around you?
Okay.
So anything that is associated with masculine energy, anything that's associated with being the head, controlling the direction of the relationship, etc. Are you giving me the space to do that? Do you get where I'm
Alright.
coming
So
from?
what would you say are some examples of that?
Having faith in my decision making.
Right.
Do you get where I'm coming
Yeah,
from?
yeah.
If I decide that this is the direction that we're going to go with something,
Right.
at least have faith in my decision making.
Right.
Yes, give me tips here and there, but have faith in my decision making.
Yeah.
100%.
I think for me, feminine energy is, for me, being able to communicate what you need from me.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's a big thing, because it's like you're setting me up to win,
Mm-hmm.
and you're setting me up to win your heart. Like, you're setting me up to win with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the more I know about your needs, the more I know what I can do.
What
to-
you can
How
do
to
to
solve-
me.
Yeah, how to
to-
solve
how
them, and
to
how to
help.
be better, and
Yeah.
how to be there for you.
True.
And I think the other thing is being, being with someone who's not trying to, because I've seen couples that can be competitive, in how to handle something. It can be
Okay.
something small,
Okay.
and then I have an idea of how to do it, and you have an idea of how to do it, and then like, we don't have to fight about whose idea is
the
gonna
one that's going to
win,
work, all right.
or you're always winning. Like, and I feel like guys can
Yeah.
be competitive, so sometimes we can get carried away.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we want to win,
Mm-hmm.
and then we win the argument, but you know, you've just put her off, and she starts feeling like, I'm never going to open up like that again because you just wanted to win an argument. And we can be like that because generally that's how men are,
This is how
competitive.
we are.
And, but I feel like there's definitely a level of feminine energy that comes from knowing how to be gentle and knowing how to speak to your man in a way that he's going to listen. You know, like
You don't
instead
want
of
someone
saying,
that's going to challenge you, bro.
yeah, like, oh, you don't want someone who's or someone who's just going to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Like as simple as we're just here and maybe something needs to be done. She could do it, I could do it. It's not really like a masculine or feminine role. And then my partner says, you need to do that.
Obviously,
Like,
the first thing that you're
like
going to
it's
say is
probably not even, probably it's not even that deep. But the fact that you've just said, I need to do that. And you could do it, but you're telling me to do it. You know, it can just rub you the wrong way.
Yeah.
Whereas you could say, do you mind doing this for me?
Yes.
Like just the switch in that tone is, it makes a world of a difference.
Yeah.
Because do you mind if you could do this for me? Then means like I'm doing something for you.
Yeah.
But if you come and say you need to do that, then it sounds like a command. And that,
Yeah.
I think, is like the thinking of men. And that's how we process
That's how-
things.
yeah.
You're telling me
Pretty
what
much.
to do because you think you can
What
tell me
you-
what to do.
exactly. You
Yeah,
think
but
you're-
if
you
you're
think
saying,
you're the
do you
man
mind
now."
if you mind if you could do this for me, or could you please do this for me? Sounds like, could you please help me? Of course I can help you. What do you need?
Just do it.
You know.
That's what I'm there
Yeah,
for. at the end of
exactly.
the day.
Yeah, you know. So you already step into that
Yeah.
masculine vibe, and then now you
Yes,
wanna.
yes.
And I feel like some women, especially women who are used to doing stuff for
On
themselves,
their own, yeah.
sometimes
Naturally.
naturally struggle with that because they feel like
I-
now
I
I'm
couldn't
playing
do
that
it by
whole
myself.
damsel
Yeah,
in distress.
exactly,
So every
exactly.
time I need stuff done, am I supposed to be in this? Can you please? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of women struggle with that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. And I'll put these two together: family values and religion. I think probably these are things that you need to be at par with in terms of the values that you both when it comes to family. You know, how close are you to family? You kind of have to be on the same page with that,
Oh,
even
yeah.
in terms of religion, because
Oh, yeah.
these are kind of values that you're going to impact even on
When your
children
kids.
when you get married. So
That's true. I like.
these things are not entwined, then it
Uh,
might cause a lot of issues as well.
oh, yeah. I like what Mudiwa said. Cultured.
Culture there.
So basically, those two combined is is someone who's cultured.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. Education, how important is that to men? An educated woman.
Bro, I've met I've met women that might not necessarily be as educated as I am, but are sharp.
Right.
Yeah. They
Do
can
you get
keep
where I'm
a
coming from?
conversation.
Yes,
they're
yes,
intellectual.
yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Their IQ is very high. They're well read, and from a 2-minute conversation, you can already tell that you know what, I can actually have a conversation with this person, and if we were to plan our life together,
Yes.
she's going to be the supportive kind. Not someone
Actually.
who deliberately sabotages what you're trying to build because she'll be like, if I leave, another woman is going to enjoy these benefits. You get that kind of thinking.
No,
Yeah,
I think
so-
that is definitely an important one. And I mean specifically for me, I think I'm attracted to women that I can have an intellectual conversation with.
Yeah.
Like that has to be there. Like you could be pretty, and if you're dumb, like my attraction just like I don't even see the attraction is just not there anymore. So it can be physical, like a hot chick can walk in the room, and then you have a conversation with her, and then she's just pretty, but she's like pretty dumb. and then
Or maybe
I'm like I check out.
I wouldn't want to
check
say
out,
I
and
wouldn't
then
want to
just put
say
it in
dumb
that-
though. I'll just say maybe you're on
Yeah,
different
but
wavelengths.
there's some people who are dumb though. Guys,
Even guys, it's not
people
only
are just
women.
afraid to say it. Are you saying you've never had a conversation with a person who you thought was dumb?
Dumb in what sense?
They're just not smart.
How?
Because you said if there's a smart woman, it means there's an opposite.
Yes, that's
Yes,
true.
so
but I'm saying
the opposite of smart is
smart when it comes to what? This is very subjective.
intellectual
eh?
conversation. That's exactly what we're talking about.
No,
Education. If they're not
it
smart.
depends on what we're talking about. It depends on the context of the
Nah,
conversation.
bro, that's like saying there's no one who's dumb. It just depends.
yeah.
No, there's some people who are dumb, Slim. There are people
Dog,
who are sharp.
I'll
When you say a
I'll
woman is
say-
sharp, what do you mean?
I'll continue.
You
I had a
know.
conversation.
You know how
around-
I'll conclude this. Pray you're married. Slim is not. So you can say that. You can just outright say
Yeah,
that because you know
prayers like
I'm good.
No, it's not even. No, gents, it's not even about
Priya
that.
literally walks into the podcast with his jerry can of fuel and and a lighter, and he's like, yes,
No, this is it. No, I just, you know
I
what?
can't afford to do that.
I actually.
That's where I'm coming.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, but it's not. I don't think it's a marriage thing. I think it's a personality thing.
no, I hear you.
Like
I
I'm
hear you.
straight. I'm a straight
You're
shooter.
straight guy.
I'm a straight talker, and I like to confront issues.
That's true.
Right? When I'm right, I'm right. If you could show me I'm right, I'll actually change my mind and say I thought I was right. I was wrong.
I'm very cautious.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure-
You're very
I'm
cautious.
sure you can tell, yeah. That's
I'm
very
just
cautious.
confrontational.
That
So
takes
if I
me-
think,
Totally hear you.
and I'm not afraid of other people's opinions. Like,
Yeah.
because these are my opinions. You know, and they're not facts. It's
Oh, yeah,
just
what's
it's just
that-
what I think. You know,
What's the thing that they say before a podcast? They say what? They say
opinions
The
of-
opinions.
the opinions of this show are not. Yeah.
All right. What's your take on drinking and clubbing? Like, how much of that do you, when it comes to dating and relationships, a woman that drinks and clubs a lot?
I guess for me, like I said, it depends on what stage you are in life.
Oh, we spoke about this in
Yeah,
the
we
red
did.
flags
Yeah,
we
episode.
did. We
Yeah,
did.
yeah. Okay.
You can't expect a woman who's in their late 20s or early 30s to behave like they're still in college.
100%.
To get where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Partying every weekend and all that.
Because in this case now, we're looking at a woman that you are wanting to settle down with.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and those will be, you're not looking to do that.
Exactly. That's like a big red flag.
100%.
Are you going to leave me on a Friday night taking care of the kids and you go out partying? to get what I mean?
No, true.
Yeah.
True. 100%. Career conversation. I think we mentioned that already.
Yeah.
Being well read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social media comes back to the digital content. So just like a girl that kind of dresses provocatively on social media, showing her assets and stuff, and
I'll tell you what though.
Yeah.
Point blank, I would date a woman like that, bro.
date.
But I
or
would
just,
date her without even thinking twice about it because I'm like, she's hot.
Okay.
But the only thing that's stopping me are the DMs, bro. I'm like, nope. Because 99% of the time, women that don't even like dress provocatively get DMs.
Oh, of course.
What more if you're like showing
Yeah.
the most essential parts of your body? You know? Your DM is going to be flooded.
It's flooded.
Right.
Yeah.
So already before I even approach you or start talking, I already have a competition.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm saying this in that way because I don't have a problem with how someone wants to portray themselves to the world.
Yeah.
For example, if my woman wants to put on a mini skirt and she walks out and we're together and she's wearing a mini skirt, it's hot, bro. Do you get where I'm coming from? If we go to the beach and she wants to wear a bikini, it's the beach. Do you get where I'm coming from? But like I said, if it's on social media, I already know that before I even talk to her, I already have tons of competition. That's how I would put it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate that in today's dating pool, that's what we're faced with.
Yeah, there's a phrase you always use. What is it? This crop of
This
new
caliber
This
of
crop of
women.
the new caliber of women that we are dealing with.
It's hard, man.
It's hard.
It's difficult times these.
Wow.
Yeah, I know the social media thing is for me it's off-putting.
Yeah.
Totally get you.
Yeah, because I mean like
I totally
just
understand. bro.
publicly just laying it all there for
Yeah.
everybody to see. Like
have a look.
yeah, you can do it decently, but you know if you're like, it's almost like you're making a statement of what men can get
Yeah.
or what you are bringing to the table.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah. I think because I mean like if
What
if
you
it's gonna
bring
be
to the table.
yeah,
Go to my
if it's gonna
Instagram
be if it's
page.
gonna be a chick who's always like showing, you know, the most essential parts,
Yeah.
then clearly someone's just gonna be like, we just need to, you know,
Yeah,
splurge.
people will be
You
like
just need to
offering-
pay. You just
offering
need to
money, yeah.
take her out and buy a
That's
bag
exactly-
and buy her
that's
this
exactly
and
the
then
thing.
smash and it's done.
That's exactly the
Yeah.
thing.
100%.
I won't tell you how many situations I've heard about from friends.
No one believes you.
I'm telling you,
of those kind
Where-
of incidents.
where you just slide into a DM.
Yeah.
Hi. Don't waste my time. Are you paying or not? Like,
What?
yeah.
I bet you that
Not
was
not in
digital
those words, but
you know,
but you know, the
this,
conversation always
quickly goes to the bag.
goes to how much are you willing to part
pay.
with to be with me?
Shucks.
Yeah. But on the hindsight, you know, it's for women, there's a way you can dress that still shows what you have, but you're not provocative at the same time.
Do you want your woman to show what she has, even though
I'm
she's,
actually comfortable.
even though
If
she's
I'm actually comfortable
yeah.
with my wife. Like my wife is very conservative, so sometimes I have to encourage her
if I'm with
to
her,
wear a shorter dress. Because I'm like, yeah, but you can show your
but show a
back
bit
and what.
more,
But she's like, this is not okay for this, and I'm like, this is
Like,
fine. Like you have
yeah.
a beautiful
Yeah,
body.
they're
Show your
conscious of
back
it.
and your legs, and yeah, but. And I guess, you know, I'm lucky to have someone who's like that. Because now imagine if she just wanted to.
show it.
And then I'm just like, where are you
it all.
going?
we're not.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just for me, my wife is comfortable. She's comfortable doing that when we're out together.
Okay.
So as long as she's with me, she can dress a little less and stuff. But when she's not really. Yeah.
For me personally, from one of my earliest relationships, I was with people that like to
Yeah.
show off.
Just like,
So that's why I'm like, guys, what are you talking about? I'm like, come
I mean,
on.
these are you're talking to guys who got married how many years ago?
Yeah. And I feel like the dynamic for when you're looking for someone who you actually want to marry,
Yeah,
it starts becoming different.
Yeah.
You know?
true.
Because there's always a phase. Like, there's a phase where you're just dating. You're not thinking that you're going to date someone who you're going to marry. You're just kind of dating. So you really don't mind about certain things. But I think at a certain age, when you start thinking, you know, I need to seriously date someone, you start thinking about, could this person be, you know? So you, from the fly, you're already looking out for things that you
The red
like.
flags.
Yeah, the red flags. Yeah. Whew, that was
Yeah.
that episode was so good.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
If you haven't already watched the episode on red flags,
Please check it out.
go check it
Yeah,
out.
that was our
You'll
episode.
enjoy it.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a gem.
It's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great, guys. I think that's pretty much what we have on What Men Want. But I think we should have an episode maybe later where we have a female guest or guests.
Absolutely, bro.
Then we have a What Men Want versus What Women Want.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we strike a
That'll be
balance
interesting,
and-
though.
Very interesting.
That'll be very interesting, actually.
Yeah. I hope we can actually get what did you call them?
What?
The girls on Instagram.
Digital content creators.
Exactly. I really
Or
hope we could get one
social
like
media influencers.
That. Yes, if we can get someone like that to come on
Yeah,
the
that'd be
show
good.
and sit
That'd be good
and,
to
and get
yeah.
their perspective of how they see everything.
Yes.
That would be
That would
quite
be
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite interesting. No, I think as a closeout to this one, I'll just also talk about my segment. You know, my segment is entertainment,
Right.
being a DJ, and just suggesting to couples where they could go. So start with couples, then I'll end with fathers. For couples, if you are that person who loves your old school, you love your 90s R&B, hip hop and R&B, there's a brilliant bar restaurant that's called Katz's. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. It's in Rosebank, right? So it's called Katz's, and they have a combination of R&B and hip hop DJs, and mixed with the live band. So the live band will
That
be
sounds
doing
good.
renditions now of the popular songs, popular old school
Right.
songs, and you're
That's
singing
dope.
along. You're on the dance floor. It's a perfect night out for a couple. So I would recommend that to you guys. Of Katz's, definitely.
Okay. All right.
And for fathers, if you want trying to get a day out with your kids, just give your wife or partner a break. There's a place called Blueberry Beacon. Right? Yeah, it's
Okay.
there in Morningside, Santon.
Okay.
And it's got your common play area for kids, right? The slides and everything. But there's a surprise element to it. They'll have characters, right? They'll have someone dress up as a character.
Right.
Like when we went, someone came out as Bumblebee, you know, from
Oh
Transformers.
yes.
Right.
So it was all
Oh,
lights
so that's
and-
why so
Yeah.
that because I've
Nice.
seen
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah, have you seen
about
videos
that.
of that?
Yeah.
No, it was
oh,
very
that's
nice.
the
You know,
place.
You know, when Bumblebee came out, my son was just
he
like,
must have. Yeah, I can imagine.
Ah,
they
that's
come,
dope.
they start doing the dances with the kids, and
Nice.
they'll do so many dances with them. Then after Bumblebee came out, Black Panther.
Nice.
Nice.
and
Were
they-
they doing those Spider-Man dances?
Yeah, he was trying, but it was so nice, and they have a place for kids. And they'll actually have a separate area for adults, and they'll have childminders.
Oh, okay.
So as dads, you actually don't have to worry.
Because
Right.
you know that
You guys can
the children are
actually
taken
just
care
say,
of.
all of us, let's bring our kids to
Nice.
this Blueberry Beacon, and let's have a good time.
Just
The
hang
kids
out.
are just well looked after, and there's entertainment after entertainment, and I found that to be a very nice place for,
That's
for
dope.
dads
Nice.
to hang out as well.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, man.
And just to let you know,
Yeah.
Prayer and I have joined the Fantasy Football League.
Yes.
There we go.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the names of your teams?
What's that again?
Prayer Soul FC.
Prayer Soul FC.
See,
Mine is something slim. I forgot,
that is it.
but I'll look it up.
So I'm sure you probably were like one of the last people in the groups right now.
No.
No. We're ambitious. We're working on
We're
something.
working hard.
Yeah.
We're working
Making
hard.
We just
sure.
don't know. We just don't know the
Yeah,
players.
yeah, we just don't know.
We just
bro.
don't know which players.
We're just using the
No.
what you call this the scout. Yeah,
scout,
I think
yeah,
this
like-
one.
Yes.
Scout says-
yes.
Just
think
do
this
what
one
the scout
works.
says. It works sometimes. It works
Yeah,
sometimes. But
yeah.
yeah, no, it's heating up in the fantasy league, eh? And thank you everybody for joining. I told you last time we've got over 1,000 members on our fantasy league, and
That's
we have
dope.
to be updating that one weekly just to let people know
Okay.
what's happening in the league and
Yeah, I think
who's
so.
gonna
Man.
win.
You should like have a top 10 every week.
Top 10 every week. That's a good
and
idea.
and bottom 10. Maybe that'll get us to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know
what-
if today we've got a
What's the code again
yeah?
for it?
1ZU6R1. It's amazing that I know it by head now. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But the link is in our bio on Instagram. And
Right.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
dope.
So I think next time is when we're going to have an Ask an African Male segment,
Yes.
right?
So we've got a new segment which is Ask an African Male, and we have a question on set again.
Fantastic. That's
Yes.
great.
Hi guys, I just want to ask, since you guys were discussing about wearing clothing and stuff, does your opinion of what your woman wears change when she becomes a mom?
No. Not for me.
I
Like,
would I wouldn't know, bro.
Yeah, like I don't think that it changes. Like for me, I'm comfortable with however she wants to dress, as long as she's feeling confident, she's feeling sexy, she's feeling attractive, she's feeling good about it, then I'm definitely, yeah. I don't mind if she like shows, you know, a bit of legs, but nice legs. So, and I want people to know that I own those legs.
Prayer. Prayer.
No, but I'm just be honest. Like I'm comfortable with how she dresses, and it's never been a thought to say now that she's a mother she has to. No, it's
Tone
never
it
been
down.
it's never been like that. I don't know if the experience is different for other people, but yeah, I'm very open-minded when it comes to that.
Yeah, well, for me, I've always been comfortable with how my wife used to dress before when we were dating. And I already had an idea of, her dress sense and stuff, and it has never really changed. On hindsight, I'm actually the one that encourages her to dress a bit less sometimes, but on her part, she's very conservative. But when I'm with her, we're out. That's when I tell her, no, it's okay, just,
And when you're at the beach,
yeah. Well, no, the beach. Well, the thing is, most of the time when you go to is it Durban or Cape Town,
you're like, you're wearing a dress.
Most time with the kids, and my wife also she also watches what she dresses
Oh, okay.
because of our son.
No.
Our son is almost 10 now, and she's also conscious of that. And I don't want him to get a bit like, whoa, what's happening?
Wow, okay, all right.
So she's always conscious of those things. But for me, she's never really changed from how she used to dress when we were dating to now marriage. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so we would love more of these questions for the Ask an African Male segment. So please let us
phone
know
number.
and text us, send a voice note. But when
Yes,
you send a
please.
voice note, just
Make it
try and
short.
keep it short so we can actually play it on the show.
We once had a 17-minute voice note from Bella.
Yes,
Shout out to
wow.
Bella.
We loved it.
Wow.
We love the content. We loved it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
enjoy the feedback.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cheers. Another one, guys.
All right.
We're good. Yeah,
Cheers, cheers.
another one in the bag.
Slim
Well
out.
done, guys. Oh, Slim out.
Slim out,
DJ Tino out.
Presso out.
Here's the main event. I work hard, I'm blessed, let me vent. Greatness in my hands, got it by the neck. The motherland, the African man. Long as I'm alive, I'ma make a plan. The motherland, the African man. Long as I'm alive, I'ma make a plan. Strongholds to break, got long walks to take. Got no votes to make, we don't bet, we pray. Hey, African man, yeah.